It's been a wonderful summer. But it's a bit annoying because I've heard that people say that I'm having inappropriate relations with the trophy that we won last year. And I don't think that that is absolutely fair at all. You've seen the pictures in the papers. I have to say, I'm disgusted with the way that I've been portrayed in this. And Troy, neither of us here, right? Okay. Statement from both, right? Neither of us are in a relationship of any kind of variety. We just like to look after each other. We're very good friends. I mean, come on, it's been 3 years and it's my first piece of silverware. Give me a break. Welcome to Season 4. Yes, hello everyone, welcome to Season 4, where we are now in the Kimray Premier Division, or maybe just the Welsh Premier Division, I'm not 100% sure. And we're kicking off our campaign against Caernarfon. Brilliant, they just get harder to pronounce as you go up the divisions. And a new season with a new division definitely means new players. So let's go meet them, shall we? As always, we'll start with the release players, and not much really to report other than Pape Diakite has gone, and so has Mark Jones, former captain. Now as a head of youth development. Not mine, though, because his attributes are terrible. So really, we didn't have a lot of people leaving the club, which was pretty good, so we've kept the main core together, but we have definitely added some extra resources. 8 in total, and here they are. Let's run through them, shall we? First up is Michael Lennon, the only player that we got on loan, and he isn't from Port Vale. Yes, a team we actually know. Very good for this division. 4.5 star rating, as you can tell already. Physically very good. Mentally very good for this division. Even technically quite good. 13 marking, 88 headings, not bad. He's not the tallest defender in the world, only 187, which I think is about 6'1". But he's still pretty good at this level, and he should hopefully help us solidify what was a pretty leaky defence last year. Basically, half the players I had last year weren't good enough at this level, so I've had to do a fair bit of changing. Next up is more of a squad player, really. Tom Hillman can play anywhere along the right-hand side, which is the main reason for getting him in. But you can tell he's pretty well-rounded in terms of all his attributes, especially physically. He's probably one of the best physical players we've got here. Natural fitness to 16 is very good. He can play as a defensive winger or a winger, which gives me that ability to kind of change around my formations a little bit. We're going to have to be maybe a bit more tactically diverse, I think, this season to kind of get the best out of the squad and give us the ability to stay up. At the end of the day, avoiding relegation is the name of the game this year. He's only 21. He will get a lot better as well, so I'm pretty pleased with this as a signing. One place we definitely knew we needed to get better at was right back. No offence to Jack Wheeler, but he was only 1 star at the blooming Kimray South level, so going forward, it had to get better. So hello, Dylan Reese. Chased him all the way through the window, really. He rejected me a couple of times, but eventually I got my man. Dylan Reese comes in, 25 years old, bit more experience, nearly in his prime. Very, very good as well. Current ability of 2.5 star. He could do us a bit of favour. Technically, he's not very good at all, really. He's quite good in the defensive department, but definitely not good going forward, which is a little bit of a problem, but we're going to be maybe a little less on the front foot this season. Mentally quite good though, and physically is where he does excel. Good acceleration, good pace, good stamina. I'm hoping that we can kind of work on these technical attributes going forward. Dribbling is excellent, it's just the crossing at the end of it that's a problem. But Jack Wheeler managed to do better, and he had worse attributes, so this one I am pretty pleased with. Daniel Barden comes in. You'll recognise him from Chenretri, not when we bought him, but he was the goalkeeper that they went and got after all the calamitous ones that I signed for them. Very, very solid goalkeeper. Originally, I believe, from Norwich. Yes, it was. Very good at this level as well. Going to give Oliver Davis some good competition. I thought I could have a bit of a problem having 2 really, really class goalkeepers, but really, it's not, is it? The other thing is that we are now probably semi-professional, so a lot of these players I've managed to tie down to part-time contracts, which makes me a little less worried about losing them halfway through the season. So I've really been able to work on the squad depth a lot this year. But Barden, maybe number 1. I'm tempted to kill? No, God no. I'm still tempted to keep it as Davies for the time being. It's up for debate. Halfway through, and Zach Mayer comes in as well, just to basically solidify our midfield even more. We already have Jeff Lloyd, and Tom Screamer is still here, but we'll get onto him in a minute. But you can tell there, Zach Mayer, a very, very well-rounded footballer. Not particularly excelling at anything, but just very good in general. Natural fitness means that he's going to be a very good kind of like box-to-box ball-winning midfielder for us in the centre of the park. Probably could do a bit more work mentally, but physically very good. Natural fitness of 15 makes him probably the second most fit player in our team, and hopefully in the midfield we'll be able to dominate a little bit more this year. I just needed to make sure that we had a kind of good backup for Jeff Lloyd and for Tom Screamer. This guy might even usurp one of them. We will see. Depends on how many games Jeff Lloyd suspended for. Going a bit further up the pitch, Ruben Colwill is a player I am very excited by. He's probably going to take over from Jack Stewart out on that right-hand side, even though Jack Stewart obviously now a bit of a legend, considering he scored one of the most important goals against Aston Villa that we had last year. But mostly I like about this guy is that he can literally play as a natural across anywhere in those advanced attacking positions. Ruben Colwill, you look at it here, he's got very good physicals in terms of pace, not in terms of strength. If he gets touched, he's going to go down like a sack of bricks. But at the same time, it's not too bad. We can win more free kicks for Jeff to take. Work rate of 11 is good. Leadership of 12, very good. Flair 11 at this level is pretty good as well. He's pretty unpredictable. And technique of 12 is something that you don't often see at this level either. I'm pretty impressed we managed to get him. All these players are on a free as well, which is just the best thing about it. I love the wheeling and dealing in these lower divisions. I think he might be the best signing of the window. We have 2 more left, and I'll get stuck into the other centre-back that's going to be partnering up with Lennon this year, and that is Darren Wright, and I've got him from Everton. Yes, another recognised team that I'm pretty sure we're all very familiar with. And yeah, 18 years old, somehow managed to get him. He's the one player that I didn't get on a part-time contract. He's come in on an amateur one, which is very annoying. I'm going to try and tie him down to one once he's played a few games for the club, and hopefully he gets settled here, then we can tie him down properly. But this is very, very impressive. 20 bravery, stands out automatically. 14 aggression, physically very, very imposing. Heading of 11's good. 13 tackling, very good. He's not very tall. That's my one problem with him as a centre-back. He's not particularly tall. Hopefully, though, the way that he reads the game will make up for it. Concentration of 10 at this level is very solid as well, so hopefully he won't make too many mistakes. Touch wood. And we only have one more signing left. And I've kind of gone with what I normally do. And that's I signed the player of the season in our division from last year. And that is Ashley Idzi. Obviously brought him in from Swansea Uni, where he got 22 goals in 30 appearances. 37 and 87 overall. And he's more just... I don't know if he's going to be our number one. I feel Andy Owens deserves the chance, but this guy can definitely be his understudy. As you can tell here, physically very capable indeed. Stamina could use a little bit of work, but he is young, it will get better. Mentally is pretty decent, but the finishing and the first touch and heading make him a very, very difficult player to keep hold of. He's also got fantastic facial hair, and he's 184 centimetres. He's quite a big lad. I'm hoping that he can be the man to get the goals today. Trying to find the striker in this division that's going to get us the goals has always been the hard part. Anyone that I know can get us goals doesn't want to come. So I think we're going to have to basically try and see it out this year, stay up, and then next year, maybe if we're still here, we can build on it a bit further. But that is now the team. That is a pretty decent window as far as I'm concerned. It's still not 100% over yet. So this is going to be a good chance for me to have a look through the team, see where I think we do need a little bit of work. But as you can tell from the squad depth report here, at least now we have a 3-star player in nearly every single position except for the right back role. But even that, compared to what Jack Wheeler was, is better than what we had. So I'm pretty happy, considering that Jeff Lloyd's a leading Premier Division player and he's at 3.5. I'm not too worried that we're gonna not stay up. I've got a funny feeling that we are going to stay up this year. I'm pretty sure. I just need someone to get the goals. Remember, we got Max Howells as well, who is meant to be very good at this level as well. So I think we should be okay. And that's actually been backed up in terms of the media prediction. We're predicted to finish 7th, which would be absolutely brilliant if we could finish there. None of our players are in, obviously, the Media Dream 11. The majority of them all belong to TNS, which is naturally the way of things. And Barry, those two are the teams that are kind of be going hell for leather against each other to win. We'll see how we get on. Carnarvon are meant to be a team that I'm going to call them that. Okay, whether it's right or not is another matter entirely. But they're apparently meant to finish below us this year, according to the media prediction. So to get off to a win today would be absolutely excellent. I've not picked my lineup yet, so preparation is key. Forgot to mention, Tom Screamer, still currently on an amateur contract. Every time I try to get him onto a part-time one, he's not interested. And the reason he's not interested is basically because I still haven't sorted out the coaching team. I have, but I'm waiting for him to acknowledge that my promise has actually been done. He's probably going to say no, and that's really going to upset me. So let's hope that that doesn't happen. One thing I've just realised is how big the actual squad is. I'm going to need to get rid of a few of the players on there that aren't really good enough to stay. I'm just going to try and keep it down to players that I know can kind of play at this level, but there's a few here that aren't really good enough, and I will need to get rid of them. But we'll go through that as we progress. Anyway, this is the lineup for our first game then in the Premier Division. Barden is going to start in goal today. I feel like it's a big signing. I'm going to give him a chance. Davies did make a few gaffes last year, but not a lot. He was pretty decent, but Barden is such a good keeper. It's going to be hard for me to not really keep him in goal, to be fair. Oh, let's see what I did there. Reese is at right back. Rye, Lennon and McCormick make up the back four. It's kind of like a new look back four, but this should be the one that's going to kind of do the best for us, I think, going forward. Jeff Lloyd and Tom Screamer in the middle, of course. Then you've got Phil Jones, now a legend. Ellis and Colwill making his debut today. And, of course, it's got to be Andy Owens at front. How can I not give Andy Owens his chance? He pretty much single-handedly got us here. It'd be wrong of me to not let him have just have a crack at trying to cement that first team place as his own. Right, so it's our first look then at this level, and they're playing a 4-5-1, which is a formation we're all pretty familiar with. See, now, one of their best players, Tom Fry, doesn't look any better than anything that we've got, so that's giving me a bit of hope. Okay, well, let's just get stuck into it. Obviously, we don't really know any of the players, so we'll just get to figure this division out as we go. Go out there and impress me. I never like that one. It's always a bit of a vague one, but at the start of the season, talks are always the hardest ones to have, because I can't go in there and say, I expect to win, when we're away from home in a division that we haven't played in none of these players have played in. So it's difficult. I've deliberately decided not to change our tactics either. This is a formation and a system and a way of playing that we are all incredibly familiar with, and to kind of try and change something that worked so well in the last season doesn't sit right with me, so I thought the best way to do this is to carry on as we normally would. It doesn't make any sense to me to change a winning formula. It's going to be a weird season. I'm looking forward to it. I think the best thing about this year is that I've gained a lot of money for the club as well through friendlies. I would have shown you the pre-season form, but we played a number of big teams like Ipswich, Charlton, and basically I turned the finances from being 10k in debt to around about 20k in profit, so in the black, as it were. So we're much better now. Colwill, he's the keeper spilled that. How's that a heart-stopping moment? He literally just spilled it for a corner. It's been a very boring first half. There hasn't been one shot on target yet. Lennon is absolutely shattered, which is annoying. What's his stamina again? Natural fitness of 15. Doesn't look like it, mate, I have to say. It's been an absolutely atrocious first half. From a managerial point of view, 0-0 away in our first game is not bad. I've said to the boys I'm happy with the way that we're playing. I mean, Lennon's absolutely knackered. I'm going to say, you weren't that bad, but I have faith. It's not a bad result. A 0-0, just a point away in our first game would be brilliant. I will have to take Lennon off for Sean Williams-Taylor, who's going to get his first touch of football at this level. I just don't really want to do it this early and everything. I need to build up that Lennon and Rye partnership. So if I can take them off when they both kept a clean sheet, that would be ideal. And we're pressing here, so there's a corner. Are we actually going to get anything from it? Probably not, because it's a corner. Oh my god, we've hit the bar, Andy Owens. Bar, it's a post, Mike. Bar? Posts. Bar, posts. I always say bar when it hits the post. And I always say post when it hits the bar. Idiot. Come on. I am going to have to take Lennon off now. So on comes Sean Williams-Taylor. And Colwill's been really poor, playing at 6.2. Phil Jones as well. I'm going to take Andy off as well, actually. We're going to bring on... Let's bring on Ashley Idzi. Let's see how he gets on. He can play as a target man. Let's see if maybe he can help link up the play in the middle a little bit more. At least we've had a shot on target. Same as them. I haven't really got much more choice in terms of the actual attacking options, really. This is the problem that I've got, is that we're very, very limited in what I have to play with. We're not going to score a lot of goals this year, despite the attacking play. I can't see us scoring a lot of goals this year, and it's something I do need to work on. Jones isn't playing well at all. Lloyd whips the ball in. Can we just nick it here? We have! Oh, Darren Wright on his debut gets a goal. I was banging on about how he's not the tallest player in the world. But what a ball in from Jeff Lloyd. He's not played very well, but usually his delivery from set pieces is always good. Brilliant ball in by Jeff. Whipped in. Wright just gets ahead of his man. Keeper is an absolute no man's land. Doesn't know whether he's coming or going. And somehow we've managed to take a lead. What a start. Right, let's take Jones off. On comes Stewart. And I'm going to get him playing as the inverted winger on attack. Let's go for that. I'm not changing the way that we play at the slightest. Oh no, Craig on the ball, whips it in. Oh my god, Well, trust you and McCormick to just randomly foul someone because he didn't need to. Flip's sake, Ewan. Come on, Barden. This is your moment, mate. Show me why you're ahead of Davies in the pecking order. Craig. Oh, it's not even close. It's not even close. We've just thrown away a 1-0 because of Ewan. He's plaguing me throughout the save as Ewan McCormick. He's good at this level, so what? He's just had a moment. Just a moment of madness. Why in the world would you kick someone up in the air? If we lose this, I'm single-handedly blaming Ewan, although he's done a good header there to Jack. And that's a decent ball by Jack, actually. Colwill. Good ball. Idzi. Go on, mate. Go on. Idzi. On. You're just not Andy Owens, mate. You're just not Andy Owens. Andy would have buried that. Well, 1-1. And to be fair, we did dominate the game quite a fair bit. I guess I'm happy with the performance. So I'm going to have a bit of a dig at you and then just get assertive and say, not pleased with what I saw from you today. Seem deep in thought, thinking about the next penalty that you're going to give away by any chance. You're an idiot. Honestly, there was just no need for it. But at least Rui got his goal, and we are going to potentially get in another striker. I've been looking at him. Sean Hanbury. Now, he will be familiar to a lot of you, and I know you're looking at him going, it's not that good. Look at his finishing. It's only 3. 47 goals and 53 appearances for a man for 55 and 95 overall. Not being funny, but that's pretty good. And that would leave us with 4 options up front, which I think would be very, very good. Maybe he's the man. I'm going to delay it for the time being. Let me know what you guys think if Hanbury is a good option. I mean, at the end of the day, you saw there, it's only one game, but I don't know how good we are in terms of at this level. He's a pressing forward, which is a bit different. He can apparently play in like nearly any position, which is weird. He's a bit taller as well, a bit like Izzy. He's a bit of a handful. So maybe he's the man we go for. I just like the look of him because he's got a proven record. That's all I'm interested in, is that 47 and 53 at any level is very good. And he deserves maybe a step up. He's got rapid pace for this level as well. So maybe Sean Hanbury's the man. I'm not 100% sure. But I definitely know I need to strengthen in the attacking areas, because that game there proved it. We're lacking a little bit there. That much is for sure. But I'll take a draw. It's not too bad at all. I think, really, we have to come back for our first game against TNS. Let's face it, they are the big ones in this save that we're all kind of keen to play against. Let's play against TNS and Cardiff Met Uni. So we'll start off with TNS. I mean, I'm excited to see how good they are at this level. Remember, they're the ones that can kind of challenge for, well, not challenge for Europe, but they're the ones that can qualify for Europe, because they pretty much win the league every single year. They've won every year since 2010, so they've basically done it over 10 times. I think it's like nearly 12 now. So can we make a stop to that? Not this year, maybe next year. But it'll be good to test ourselves against them. Thank you so much for watching the episode. I hope that, of course, you have enjoyed it. If you have, please do leave a like, share, and subscribe. I hope that you're excited for Season 4. I am too. Pontypridd are off and underway in the Premier Division. It's going to be a good year. I've got a good feeling. And yeah, I am also keeping an eye out on the job security as well. So don't you worry. We'll be looking at the available jobs. Don't you worry about that. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like, share, and subscribe. And until I see you for the next episode of the TYC, stay cool.